Alright, what's up, y'all? Actually, I just had to pull over real quick, like, so that I can get a freaking thumbnail for this video, because I don't have one. I can't do crap with my gloves on, because I'm stupid. So, yeah, let's talk about adulting. It kind of sucks. Hold on, let's see if I can get this here. That suck. Ooh, motorcycles. Good God, I hate selfies. Why do people do? What the like, my fingers are in the way, my hands are stupid. My face is stupid. Got it. Alright. Enough of that crap. So, yeah, I had the adult hard, like, a couple days ago, actually. It involves me, my daughter, and Snapchat. And of course, it's not the friendly family Snapchat, it's the other version of Snapchat, right? So, I occasionally go through my daughter's phone, because I'm dad. She has what I give her. So, I make the rules, I pay the bills, I go through the phones when she starts paying her bills, yada yada yada. Same speech that, you know, most adults give their kids, but she does have, you know, privacy. She's a young girl, preteen, whatever. She has age-appropriate privacy, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not hounding her. My job is to, you know, keep her off the pole, pretty much. I don't want her to be so restricted and, you know, just sheltered that she lashes out when she gets older and just tries to do all the wild and crazy stuff in high school, and as soon as she becomes a young adult, just flips out. Now, I say try to keep her off the pole like it's an offensive thing, so if there's a bunch of you exotic dancers out there, don't get offended. I absolutely appreciate your hard work. I just, of course, don't want my daughter to have to do it unless she wants to. Yada yada yada. If you find something to get offended by, be my guest. I don't care. So, I go through her phone because I've already asked her mom to go through it. She didn't find anything. Okay, cool. So my daughter comes to me. Yo, Dad, hook me up. My Fitbit came in. I'm the tech guy. She wants me to hook it up. I'm like, cool. In doing so, I got the phone. I'm like, all right. I'm going to just roll through and see if I see anything unsavory, and we'll discuss it. I usually have her mom do stuff like that because I don't want to flip out because I'm dad. I know I'm going to flip out. And I don't want to do that with my daughter. If it was a little boy, I'd just punch him in the face or hit him in his chest or something like that. You know, have some man talk with him. I can't do that to my little girl. So, I mean, I wouldn't punch him in the face. It's just, you know, dramatic purposes. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, all right. I go through the phone, text messages, her and her friends calling each other bitches and stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, I know what I did when I was around her age. Every time I was away from my parents, I was cussing up a storm just because. I'm like, yo, my parents ain't here. I got a potty mouth. I'm a pirate. So I kind of look past that. I'm like, whatever, you know. Give her her freedom when her and her friends are chit-chatting and such. One of these little girls got a mouth, though. Good God. I'm like, damn, she couldn't hang out with me or my boys. We'd all be embarrassed. But either way, I get to one or two apps. I'm like, all right, this, whatever. I can deal with it. I get to Snapchat. And I tell you, I lost my shit, like, immediately. I was like, what is this? Who is this? What is this person in school? Now, mind you, I watch a lot of Investigation Discovery because the world sucks. The story's there. That's the most reality of reality TV. People died doing stupid stuff and or not doing stupid stuff. Just people dying. The world sucks. There's evil everywhere. There's bad guys everywhere. And of course, I occasionally run upon the program about, you know, children getting kidnapped. Human trafficking is a big thing in the military. We talk about it all the time. So, you know, I like to stay up with current events, and Snapchat for the last couple years has been a hunting ground. You know, it's just like anywhere else. Instagram, any social media. It's just like if you don't lock your doors at night, there's a way for somebody to get in. Your phone is just another doorway. It's digital. So if somebody gets in, they get your vulnerable child, you're good to go. So that's where my mind goes. And then it immediately also goes to these little boys in school, if it is a real little boy. So I'm reading some of the messages. Now the pictures by now are gone, thank God, because I was like, I better not see nothing. Oh, so I don't know what was sent from or to whom, but the content of the messages was, you know, pretty explicit. And I'm like, I'm dead. I don't want to Like my daughter, nah, like nah, this ain't happening. So I start taking screenshots of everything, and of course Snapchat lets the person on the other end know that you're taking screenshots. And one of these dudes, kids, whatever, was like, LOL, what you taking screenshots of? I was this close to saying, I'm taking screenshots so I can have evidence for the police because you're soliciting sex from a minor. I didn't do that. But at the same time, I'm thinking, like, I don't know if this is a kid in her school. I don't know if this is a person posing as a child, you know, trying to get your kid vulnerable, get them to meet him somewhere, because that stuff happens. It's very real. It's not rare anymore. That's life. People hunting kids all the time. So I didn't do that. So I'm just sending all this stuff to her mom from her phone. You know, I'm texting my wife directly from my daughter's phone going, yo, thought I told you to go through her crap. Like, what the shit? This is what I'm finding. This is this. I'm getting on my bike and I'm leaving. I'm leaving the house before I snap. So I just tell my daughter, just go upstairs. She had no idea this was happening, by the way. I deal with my anger. I go out. I rode into a storm. That's actually probably how I got another nail in my tire, because I ended up riding through a little section of 9 Mile that's under construction. It was flooded. It was probably crap floating. Well, nails don't float. Either way, I rode through a zone, rode through some deep puddles, like my boots was wet. It was nice. As soon as I left, I got blasted, and it was like pitch black outside. It described my mood perfectly. So I come back home soaked, you know, to let myself kind of chill out. And then my daughter's on punishment. Done. She got nothing. No friends, no hanging out, no nothing for like 3 weeks. Now 3 weeks has gone by, about a month actually, because I wanted to beat the shit out of her, to be honest, which in my upbringing is not child abuse, like physical violence. I just want to take a belt, give it a couple thwaps. But I've never done that my daughter's entire life. The most I've done is yelled at her or slapped her hand, and I'm intimidating because I'm dad, so that's all I really relied on. So I'm like, I'm not gonna freaking get a belt and hit a 12-year-old. Like, I'm good. So I just was like, let me get my thoughts together, and it took me almost a month to kind of step out of being dad for a second and just talk to my kid on a real talk level. So we sat down, we talked. I told her, you know, her mom talks about sex with her all the time, and her mom, of course, tells me, oh, you can talk, you know, tells her, you can talk to your dad about anything. And of course, all, you know, good parents tell their kids that, and sometimes, you know, you don't have such good parents. Kids, if you're watching this, of course, if you don't have good parents, you might not notice that until you're a little bit older. And parents, if you're watching, you know when you got a shitty kid. Stop making your kid the world's problems. You need to do something about it. So I know that my kid is good. You know, for the most part, she's got no issues. I'm like, I need to talk to her with respect for all of the things that she does or does not do that I would not want her to do. So she's good. She does okay in school. She got no behavior issues. She's not just going around messing up. So I had to pull this one outlying situation away from the rest of her life that I've observed and approach it that way, because I can't blame her for this and just be like, you're horrible, blah blah blah. That's dumb. That's how you traumatize kids, for one, and it's just a bad practice, right? So I go through all of this in my head, we talk, and then I end up, you know, basically hitting her on a real talk level. I'm usually up here, you know, kind of looking down. You're a kid, I'm adult. But then I had to come and we, you know, talked eye to eye. Basically, I'm still taller than her, but, you know, I'm telling her these things as a person, not as dad, because nobody's perfect, right? I told her all the stuff I did, making mistakes, and I told her I still make mistakes. I said I make mistakes every day, just like allowing this stuff to happen the way that it happened. You know, I could have stifled this. I could have, you know, prevented you from installing the app, or told you about stuff, you know, before, gave you a little more skills about it, rather than just a general warning. And I said, you know, parents are usually parents once. Some people have more than one kid, but the first time you're a parent, you ain't never did it before. Grandparents are the experienced ones, and by the time they grandparents, usually if they old enough, if their kids don't have kids early, which I'm trying to prevent, they got chilled out. They, you know how to roll with the punches, and most parents are dealing with those punches for the first time, so everything's a battle, everything's learning, and you know, it's a mistake-making process. So I'm telling her how everything she does now will affect her life later. And then I ended up telling her how I screwed up in high school. Like, I started, messing around with my girlfriend and got her pregnant in high school and thought I was going to, be dead. I thought my mom still don't know. She don't watch this channel, so y'all better not tell her. So my mom still doesn't know this. Like, this is 20 years ago. And I was like, yo, my life is over. I'm dumb. This is crazy. So I had to tell her, look, you're not the only kid. You're not the only person on the planet that makes mistakes. But your goal in life should be to make as few mistakes as possible, or to absolutely learn from the mistakes you make so you don't make them again. And you want to pick and choose. You want to do, I tell you, try to make smart decisions all the time, but sometimes you got to do the least dumb thing, because everything can't be smart, I'm basically trying to give her a general overview of what's going to happen as an adult, like her responsibilities, why I pay for stuff, how keep your life goals in front of you, not to get pregnant as a child, because things are just going to go crazy. I said, things I do to you or say to you, about your chores and your homework and, saving and piggy banks. I'm like, that's all adult stuff. I said, if I don't do my chores, like cut the grass and keep my house clean, I get a fine. East Point shows up, throws a ticket on the door and says, yeah, you got to pay this because basically you didn't clean your room. I didn't take care of my house. If I don't wash the dishes, hey, if I don't take out the trash, my house gonna stink. This is all the same chores you got, kid, in your little room. You wash, you fold your clothes, you put your clothes away, take out the trash, clean your bed, clean your room. And I showed her the difference between clean and straightening. I said, when my stepdad made me clean my room, it was cleaning. Like, you move this stuff, you sweep and mop, that's clean. I didn't say straighten. I said clean. Get the dust off dusty places, all this kind of stuff. So we had this big, long, huge conversation. Not gonna go through the whole spiel because I talked to her for about an hour and a half. And it was one of those things where once I got to talking, she, let me know some other stuff that's on her mind about, how she felt and about, she thought she was dumb. And I'm like, dumb people don't think they dumb. Think about it like that, I told her everything that you think right now is normal, natural stuff. The first thing you did was think that you had a problem, and that makes me realize that you want to do something about it. And that's a good sign, because usually the dumbest people think they're the smartest people in the room. And I said, that's real talk. And I said, sometimes you don't even have to worry about how old a person is. Most people go by, oh, you an adult, are you smart? Nah. There's plenty of dumb adults. I work with quite a few of them. I'm related to quite a few of them. One of them's a parent. And I'm like, your age has nothing to do with your level of intelligence. We had a whole conversation about dumb versus smart, ignorance versus intelligence, or knowledge and awareness. Like, all this stuff to basically say, hey, nobody's perfect. Don't try to be perfect. I'm just looking out for you. Let's hug it out. And we solved the problem, I think. And I did all of that to tell her being an adult sucks. All you do is go from being a kid with chores to being an adult with chores, and they just call it different stuff. They call it taxes, they call it cutting the grass, they call it paying bills, they call it taking care of your car. All the stuff that you do, I want you to be able to do on your own as an adult. Because I told her, if you can deal with me, when real life hits you, you're going to shrug it off. You're going to laugh and go, this ain't shit. Because you're going to be prepared for life. And that's my job, right? I told her being an adult sucks. It sucks because you have the freedom to do all the stuff that you said you were going to do when you were an adult, when you were a kid. But you got to have the money to do it. You got to have the time to do it. And you probably won't be able to do all those things if you get pregnant and have a child as a teenager. I said, yes, hormones you can't beat. You can't argue with them. I said, you're going to be dealing with boys chasing you for the rest of your life. I said, men in general, boys are hunters. They're going to hunt you. You're a prize, a trophy. And I said, I know you're going to be fine because you're my daughter. They're going to try to get you. So I'm like, I was hoping you was going to be ugly. It'd be one less thing to worry about. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And, people, everybody's beautiful. Nah. The words exist for a reason. Like, she ain't going to be a supermodel, I don't think, but she ain't ugly. I'm just saying. And of course there's somebody for everybody. I think I covered all the bases, that way I don't get flamed too hard. But I'm like, from now until I don't know, I still drive her mama crazy. Her mama do dumb shit because of me all the time, and I do dumb stuff because of her all the time. Like, relationships will screw you up, and that's just one of the many obstacles and or challenges you're going to have to go through in life. I said, do not look so far forward to become an adult that you forget to enjoy the times you have as a kid. And it actually helped her relieve some of her stress. And of course, back on my mental health kick thing that I'm always talking about, it just kind of brought everything home. So there was a lot more covered, of course, because talking to your daughter about sex is rough, fellas. Talk to your daughters. It's rough. As you know, it's necessary, but it's rough. But once you get that ball rolling, you'll be all right. So I think that's it for my little video rant today. My little public service announcement, my mental health kick. Talk to your daughters. Talk to your sons. If you got a shitty kid, handle it. If you got bad parents, deal with them, kids. Get what you can get. Be a better parent than you had. Catch you guys later.